The first time I heard this stupid podcast, I missed all the other podcasts that were so rich. Take it, Nolly.
And Noel was his name. Super great. So we can't forget to talk to him because he's our friend. Yeah.
All right, we're in.
That's great.
We're in.
We're in. Happy
Hanukkah.
Happy.
Hello.
Today is the last day of. We're recording this on the last day of Hanukkah.
Are we really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yes, the last day of Hanukkah. Tonight we light the last candle. It's a big deal.
It is a big
Celebrate.
deal.
Yeah,
Big
celebrate.
deal.
Yeah.
This is our holiday special, our Christmas special. What?
I'm so sorry. No, make sure you're leaning right now. So yeah, there she is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Baby.
There it is.
So
Let's keep that on the show.
I will. Oh, it's
Yeah, I'd like to
It's
keep
in
that I
there.
have the
Do it
microphone
live.
in the wrong place because that's so much more bio-friendly podcast than
Absolutely.
than the way we've been doing lately.
If we could get yours to just slowly start to tilt and
Yes.
have
Yeah.
a call back to year 2, that would
Yes,
be great.
That would be really good.
Absolutely.
That would be really good because we'd like to hear more of Sean. So if it just tilts kind
All
of down,
Sean.
and
Right,
over,
yes.
kind
Yeah,
of
give
around
it
his
time.
crotchal area.
Right.
Yes.
You know, hey,
That
I
would be
might
really
pull
good.
out a guitar and play it badly.
You know what?
There's one right behind you. Oh, well, it's a
Yeah,
ukulele.
yeah. Which is a good segue, I think, to the fact that the folks here probably are seeing some different stuff.
Yes, listener, if you're not watching the show,
You should be.
a lot of things have changed, and this is definitely like our sneak peek. You'd
Sneak
call
peek?
it holiday sneak peek.
Yes.
If you're watching, you can see we're sitting on a very cool preview of our set for our new show, and we're about to reveal the title of the new show that you're going to be seeing come very soon. We're going to say it at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2,
Wait,
3.
wait. Are we saying on 3 or are we saying 1, 2,
After-
3, then say it?
Then saying
Is
it.
it one? So
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
2,
yeah.
3,
And then
say the name of the show.
Yeah.
Don't say 1, 2, and then I say the show before you can finish
No.
saying
It's 1, 2,
3.
3, and then we say
So I
it.
shouldn't. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay,
on
ready?
3, go.
Yes.
On 4.
4.
On 4.
On 4. So we're doing on 4?
No, I won't say 4. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Lethal weapon.
Spiral.
You stinker.
If you didn't hear me over the 4,
we ruined the reveal.
What was the name
Let's
of the
try
show?
again. This time we'll
Okay,
do it
ready.
right. I'm not gonna screw it up this
Okay,
time.
ready?
All right, wait. No, hold on. Let me get some itching. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Upward spiral! That's
Yes.
right,
So
ladies and
much
gentlemen.
fanfare, t-shirt
Yes.
cannon. Pew, 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 pew.
That's right. The new show is called Upward Spiral, right?
Yes.
The idea being that instead of people being locked in a downward spiral where their lives are getting worse and they can't get out of it, the
Looking
idea
at you,
is
Trent
to
Reznor.
pull
That's right.
people.
That's right,
Trenton.
Trent. This episode is specifically for Trent Reznor
Yes.
from 9 Inch Nails.
This has been a public service announcement
You've
specifically for
gotten away
Trent
with
Reznor.
it for decades,
Yeah.
Trent. We're coming up now.
No more spiraling people downward. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The idea is that you get caught in an upward spiral. That's the whole point of the show. We are elevating human nature
Yes.
is the idea. So we're expanding a little bit what Biofriendly Podcast is about to include a little more humanity, a little more
Yes.
sociability, a little more pop culture.
Yes.
A little bit of fun.
All I can think about now is Trent Reznor was a lifelong Biofriendly Podcast fan.
Oh,
And
you know he
sitting,
was.
and
That
he
guy
was
will
sitting in
not
his
stop
car right
emailing.
now. He was sitting in his car, and we just made this announcement to him, and he was like, hey,
You know what, though?
I'm a fan.
He loves it so much he's not going to leave. We can say
not gonna leave.
whatever we want to that guy.
Yeah, that's right.
That guy is so obsessed.
Oh,
the guy is
Trent.
embarrassingly obsessed.
So obsessed with us.
He is, and that's cool though. We love it. We're
Yes.
obsessed with him too a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, Trent, thanks for being such a fan, such a listener, you know. But email less.
Yes. Email less. Enough Evites already.
Yeah.
But we are carrying on a tradition that we've had for many years on the show. It's the holiday season.
It is.
And we had to invite
Not
back.
just Hanukkah, as I said,
Not just
but also
Hanukkah, Christmas,
New Year's,
Kwanzaa, all of them. Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus. Yeah.
So we, of
Yeah.
course, had to.
Klakmusht Day.
Yes. We had to invite back our dear friend and Biofriendly Podcast regular, Shawn Kohne. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. The tradition continues. And we all wore our Christmas bests.
We did. Oh, for the record, I think we should make it clear. This is not an episode of Upward Spiral.
No, this is not an episode of
This
Upward
is the
Spiral.
last episode of the Biofriendly Podcast, probably. We had sort of a Biofriendly Podcast last episode when you guys destroyed the set before my very eyes.
Yes.
Which was painful.
Yes.
Until I saw the new one.
Right. And then you were like, you were
which
okay
is
with it.
okay. Yeah,
You're
which
okay
is
with
better.
it.
Yeah, which is better.
Yeah.
But this is not an episode of Upward Spiral. Upward Spiral is going to be a little different than this. You're still
Yes.
going to get the same banter, the same fun, the same wildness. It's just going to
Give a different kind of a structure, if you will. Different structure.
Yeah. It's a little better. It has Clayton involved, so he forces us to care.
Is it better? we think it's better.
We hope it's better. If it's worse, then please write in.
Please
so
call
Clayton can know.
Clayton, and his email address is.
Personal. Give the personal.
Yeah, actually.
Give his personal email, not his work one.
Personal email.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And his personal cell phone number, not his work one.
Yes.
Yeah,
and so welcome, Shawn. We're so happy to have you back. You're wearing your Christmas. Now, this is the traditional Christmas sweatshirt you had last year, yes?
Yes, yeah. I think the only year that we didn't do this one was year 2 when I brought the Schwimmer shirts.
Yes, that's right.
Which I still have. That's a solid pajama shirt.
Yeah, Noel,
in my
you still
house.
have some really strong swimmers.
Yes,
You're doing great.
Strong swimmers. Watch out, ladies.
I do. That's why I eat a lot of cornflakes. I keep launching them all over the place.
And Shawn's got a hat, and he's got his Santa hat on, but he doesn't have a giant beard on his face.
No.
And I have both of my eyebrows.
You have both of your eyebrows?
I don't have a crazy haircut.
I don't know
I'm
what
not
to
bald.
do. I don't know what to do with you, actually, with all this.
I know. I look normal. It's very weird.
You're a little too handsome.
Yeah, I know. I got to screw it up.
I
again.
feel like a person this good looking shouldn't be allowed on the show.
Agreed. We have very strict rules about good lookingness.
We used to say shave an eyebrow or something.
Shave an eyebrow.
So this is the year we scar up my face, I guess.
Yes.
Okay,
We
now
do
you're
it
getting it.
on air.
Now he's getting it.
Yeah. And then I'm wearing what I wear every year, which is the Lebowski, the Dude Abides sweater. But I want to just point everybody's attention to Mr. Noel Carroll, who's really bringing some serious Christmas A game this year with a jacket so sparkly, I don't even know what to do with it.
You're like a St. Patrick's Day leprechaun that got trapped in Christmas.
That's exactly right. That's what I was going for. That's why I grew out the beard.
Yeah. I love it.
People thought the beard was like Santa related. It's not. It's to show the leprechaun, the inner leprechaun.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, he's a leprechaun.
A leprechaun.
He's a leprechaun. He's missing limbs.
I stopped going to that convention.
Yeah.
Leprechaun?
Yeah.
Leprechaun.
It was falling apart.
Leprechaun was falling apart.
It was falling apart every year. Anyway, go on.
It's difficult to show up with all your
Is that
fingers
our
and
next
leave with none.
mockumentary? Leprechaun. We should make a mockumentary out of that.
Leprechaun.
Call Christopher Guest.
Yes, right. Leprechaun.
I thought a little sparkle was necessary. I'm a classy fella, in case you people were wondering.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean, you people?
I mean you people. What do I mean you people? Is it not obvious? I'm talking to you people.
You people.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor.
Trent. Yeah. Freaking Trent.
Yeah.
Add some sparkle.
I thought, I thought I like to wear nice clothes. I like to look professional.
Yes.
And I always have the green hat anyway.
Yeah.
So I figured let's match it up. Let's go matchy.
Jakey, can you give us a rundown, a detailed look of what Noli's wearing?
Okay. If you were to New York's hottest club is this jacket. It is the disco ball. It is a disco ball blazer of Christmas gloriousness. The trees are golden. The jacket is green.
and it is all sequins.
It's all sequins. He looks amazing. If you were to shine a light on him, he could guide Santa's sleigh all the way around the world. Watch out, Rudolph. Here he comes. I am in love. I am in love. This is the Noel Christopher Carroll that we've always dreamed of. This is all I want for Christmas is you.
He's so classy.
It's so classy. He puts the class in sass. Ladies and gentlemen, yay! So if you're just listening to the show, I highly recommend you tune in.
You just don't want to see that.
That was a Magic Mike level routine for the holidays. You know what I mean? Like, we were this close to shedding some of those layers.
That's a little hint as to what Upward Spiral is really going to be.
That's
Oh
true.
my
That's true. That's the kind of joy that you're going to see on the new
Joy
show.
and magic.
Yeah, you
So-
can't possibly be sad when you see that.
No,
Right?
no,
That's
no.
the idea.
Yeah.
If that doesn't bring you into the Upward Spiral, then what will?
What will?
Absolutely
right?
nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
So the holiday tradition stands. One of the main reasons we brought Shawn in is that every year we lock him in a room for months on end and we say, watch everything. We say
on
Hulu,
everything.
Netflix, streaming, watch it.
Go deeper.
all.
Go into Voodoo and into
Yes.
some of the other crap you
Tubi.
tell us. Tubi.
And,
Voodoo,
what's-
you do.
So
Everything.
well.
He even sometimes will go on to basic cable, man.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah.
No.
It's a
Wasteland.
He'll do whatever it takes to bring us the greatest of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
Sean
Wasteland.
sacrifices his own dignity,
Yes. Everything.
friends,
Social life.
social life, meaning, everything to bring you this top quality content.
That's right. That's
So
right.
don't miss the show, otherwise you're wasting all of his hard work.
You are. You are. So we usually have a massive number that he can't cover
That's true.
on the show because there's so much good stuff. Oh, do you have the number of what the total
what is
was?
the total number that you had to break it down for? Who were the finalists? How many finalists were there?
I don't know. It's like 50 something.
Oh,
Wow.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So there was like 50 things.
So he's got a card in tiny print.
Yeah. and then I took that down to 27, and then I got that down to the top 10 and a 3 honorable.
Yes.
3 honorables. We
Yes.
always get 3 honorables because
Yes, you got it.
You know, you get
gotta-
10's not enough.
because we're honorable.
There are 13 days of Christmas. Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows this.
Yeah. So obviously
Yeah.
we
so,
gotta have 13.
so with that, do we dive into the list and start
I
right
think
away?
we throw it over to Captain Coney and let us lead the show, my friend. It is yours.
Oh wait!
What?
We
What?
didn't even exchange what this is, which is we're calling it Coney's Christmas Cookies. That's what this is.
There's a reason we call it that.
We are calling it that because we had I think it was the first or second year, we said we would bake cookies for one
Right,
another.
and then I forgot.
And then Noel forgot, but
did.
Sean did
Sean
not
didn't forget, and
he
then
walked in the door.
lorded it over me for an entire year.
Yes. Every day, texted him. Remember
when I brought cookies and you
remember
didn't?
I did do that.
Yeah, every day. And
Remember how much better I am than you at this?
And so here we are. It's the
whole love
holiday
thing,
season of
you know?
2023, and it's Coney's Christmas Cookies. And Coney, I gotta ask, did you bring cookies?
Oh.
You bet I brought cookies.
Oh,
bet I
snap!
Oh yes. Here they are.
these are
There's
just-
Don't
a
forget,
treasure.
I forgot. Don't think I forgot the people behind the camera.
That's right. That's right. Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Oh,
Veronica and Clayton are both getting cookies as well.
These are gorgeous.
They're
What are
gorgeous.
these,
What
Mr.
are
Coney? What are
Yeah.
these?
What now? Tell the audience that didn't see last time. These are a Coney tradition, a St. Louis tradition.
Yes. So in St. Louis, we have these things called gooey butter cakes, and they are most often consumed with coffee in the mornings.
Oh my God, these are so good.
And these are the cookie version of that. So this is the gooey butter cookies.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man!
Oh my God.
Mama,
You never fail.
Mr. Coney, you were the man.
Mom.
Absolutely
I'm
delicious.
feeling really
My
high
family
right now.
eats
Is there
these now.
stuff
They
in
wait for
these?
them.
Nope.
Nothing
Just
in it.
love.
Just delicious butter and cream cheese.
That's oh, there it is.
That's
So good.
I'll take it home to the family again. They devoured them last year. They'll do it again this year.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, I remembered.
What was it?
I remembered this year.
You did? You were
Clayton,
No,
can
no,
you
no,
please-
no. That's
It's an old family recipe.
There's no way you remembered to bring cookies this
Old
year.
family recipe. As you all know, my name is Noel.
Yes.
Right? We sang the song earlier. The first Noel. The first. Well, the Noel we know.
Yeah.
I come from a long line of Noels,
Okay.
and so for 3 generations, and my son will be the 4th. We've been making a very special cookie that we invented and we make,
Oh, okay.
and nobody else makes it.
I don't know
It's
if I've
our
ever
cookie.
had these before.
No, they're well. I'd be surprised if you hadn't. Really?
Yeah. Well.
Clayton, could you please hand Sean the cookies?
Oh my God.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a huge honor.
They are called Nolios. They are called Nolios, made by Knowles for 3 generations.
Yes, that is. I
Yeah.
forgot. This is a big deal. This is
Now,
a really big deal.
don't be confused by Oreos, which are a completely different cookie.
Completely. A lot of people say stolen.
This is a snowman.
That's
Yeah.
a snowman.
Yeah.
Because that says Knoll, right?
and it says Nolio on it.
And it says also Nolio, and that is not paper tape and whiteout.
No. It is on.
That's on the package
on the
in the
packaging.
same coloring
On
and everything, as was shown on camera, I hope. effectively before. So the Nolio. So let's all have a Nolio as well.
I am so honored because I've been hearing about this for generations.
Yes, 3 generations. I'm the 3rd generation. Oh, thank you
and
so
I can't
much.
Believe it. And their signature blood red filling of the Nolio.
Well, nothing says Christmas like
Well,
blood.
I got to share.
Okay,
Yes, please. No,
Thank you.
everybody should have a
Thank you, thank you.
Nolio. Everyone have a Nolio.
Bless you, Mr.
Absolutely.
Kohne.
Absolutely.
All
This
right.
is an honor.
Wow, these taste like blood. Is that normal?
It is normal.
That's
It
how
is
you know
normal.
it's working.
We have been a warring faction of Carols for a very long time. And there's been a lot of murder involved in our family. Not because we want to, but because I feel we were forced into it by other people not letting us have what we want.
Right.
So we killed them, and then we represent that in the blood red cream that we put in
There
our-
was the
in our-
Hittites, and then the Huns, and then you had all the ancient wars you guys
Everyone
fought.
who ever tried to kill us died.
The Hatfields, the McCoys.
the Hatfields, the McCoys,
But this one was
Bart
the
Simpson.
Carols versus the Carols.
the
Was
Disneys
it
versus
eternal?
the Foxes.
Or
I
was
don't
it
know.
another family?
This was every family.
Oh, every family.
Everybody attacked us. It was us for us for
Every
ourselves.
family versus the Carols. That
There
seems.
was, and we won.
It seems unfair. They
We
never
won.
stood a chance.
Yeah, there used to be. You know how Australia has a surprisingly small population. People don't believe it. They're like, "Wow, there's only 21 million people in Australia, but it's the size of the United States. How could there be so few people?"
Shocking.
We killed them all.
Right. Makes sense. Makes
Good,
sense.
good.
Well,
You and your family have outdone themselves with
We
these
have.
cookies. It's
Thank you.
Terrific.
You're
That's
impressed,
great.
aren't
Thank
you?
you.
Well done,
well,
buddy.
it's,
The
it's
amount-
Yeah.
it's a
Thank
secret
you.
recipe.
the amount of time you spent making your cookies, his quadruple it. That's what this guy spent on these.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
And then needing to make an extra trip to Target for the stupid Tupperware. Yeah.
Right.
It's great.
Which is appreciated, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it has absolutely nothing. Oh, that's wonderful. I think I see water coming.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Prepared with the Cookies forgets his water this year.
You think that's water, Mr. Kohne? That's a old Russian water trick.
It's pure vodka.
Yep.
But now that cookies have been exchanged,
Just to
and
be
now-
clear, this is not because I was planning on baking them yesterday, and the day got away from me.
Right.
Because we recorded our first episode of Upward Spiral yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Everybody knows that. And we thought, you know what? Upward Spiral's not going to take long.
No.
We'll get that done in like an hour.
Easy lemon
So
squeezy.
I thought, okay, this is great. So we'll do Upward Spiral. Like we'll be done by like noon, and then I'll grab a quick lunch, and then I'll run home and I'll get the dough done and ready, and then I'll bake it overnight. Was my thought, because there is actually, believe it or not, it's not my family's recipe. It's Talia's family recipe, but I ruined it and changed it into something that's more about me.
Right.
And so our family eats my version of their family's cookies.
Like a good husband.
And here's the thing that's so funny about it is the things that I did were very, very like for what kids would want to happen to make the cookies like more bad for you, more sugary, more awful. So I did that to the cookies because I thought this would be fun. And so this is like our version of those cookies are just next year I'll definitely make sure we get it done. I apologize, but I realized
fine, dude.
when our show went a little long, it took us a few hours more than we
It was
planned.
the Lord of the Rings of taping.
It was.
There is a director's cut, I believe.
It just wasn't going to happen. So we devised the idea that I could use paper tape and whiteout to change Oreos into Nolios. I mean, to bake Nolios.
Family recipe
For everybody.
of
I mean, you had
Generations.
legit packaging. Mine's just in a stupid Tupperware.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, but yours is reusable, mine disposable. So really, you're the greener of the two of us.
Yes.
We'll circle back to being green at the end of the podcast.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
Smell what you're throwing down. Wait, that came out wrong.
But I
really did.
think now that the cookies have been exchanged, it is now time to begin our countdown of the top 10 Kohne's Christmas cookies of
With
the year.
3 honorable mentions.
With 3 honorable mentions, of
It's
course.
just- I can't miss the 3 honorable
All right, let's cue that theme song in 3, 2. Oh, that was a good theme song. I
was
love
the
it.
best.
Do we want to write the theme song right now, live on the air?
Let's do it. I love that we did that cue, and then we're gonna write it right now.
Yeah, let's have the cue, and then we'll also just like.
That's me.
That was it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the song.
Did it.
That's how the song goes. And it's been like that for years.
Saved me a lot of time in post.
That's how the song was written in the 1800s, and that's how we continue to sing it.
Yep, they play Paul McCartney Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, and then followed by that song.
By the Cody's Christmas Agreement.
Because it's a nice palate cleanser after Paul's song.
And you need a palate cleanser after Paul McCartney's Christmas disaster.
Yeah.
Christmas
Isn't that what it's called?
Simply having a wonderful Christmas disaster. Yes.
How humiliating for Paul McCartney to have written that song and then have John Lennon just
write the better
crap
one.
all over his face with a way better song.
Yeah, way better song. Absolutely.
I mean,
Serves you
war
right,
is
Paul.
over if you want it. Let me just tell you that.
That's a good point.
All right,
What?
to the cookies.
Oh yes, we have a show to do.
Now the cookies are a little bit more reflective of the new spin for
Yes.
the show.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
so you're aware,
Okay.
it's not the best of the year.
Right.
Is it
You
the
know-
most upward spirally of the year?
Yes. So things like Evil Dead Rise, which I loved, is
Great.
not going to be here.
Right,
Stuff
right,
like
right,
that.
right.
It's not going to make the list because I'm trying to be more encompassing of the new theme.
Yes,
Oh, well,
absolutely.
that's
We appreciate
amazing.
that very much. We gotta cheer Trent Reznor up.
Right.
And if he's sitting around watching Evil Dead Rise all year, it's gonna be back into the downward spiral.
And we can't do that
We
to Trent
can't-
again.
yes.
Like we did last time.
Yes. So thank you for
Right.
accommodating the upward spiral.
Right. We need him to score a rom-com.
Absolutely. Yes. And he wrote Soul, so he
Trent
was feeling
Reznor
good.
and Reese Witherspoon star.
Oh God. Yes. Yes.
Sweet Home Depression. All right.
All right, so we'll kick it off with the honorable mentions. We don't have to talk too much about them. I can just sort of breeze on through.
Okay.
But we've got Renfield.
We can definitely spend a moment talking about them, can't we?
That movie
Sure.
is
Yeah.
awesome. Loved that movie.
That movie was so much fun.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage he when he ran out of money and started accepting every job, usually that's negative for people. Usually that ends up being like a total disaster where
Yeah.
they just are in all these bad movies. But it's so odd how he just started doing a lot of movies and every one of them were kind of fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, and his acting is like on point right now. He's found just a whole new nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Renfield is that is the quintessential Dracula for me now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
For
was
sure.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, it was just so funny and like way more enjoyable than I had ever imagined it being. Like in the trailers, they looked good.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I didn't think it was going to be that funny.
right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like
Such a fun movie.
all of the stuff with the support group was just top
Oh
notch.
my God.
Lead
humor.
guy's name is Nicholas Holt.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
He's
his name,
wonderful.
right?
He was
He's
also
so
in that
good.
zombie movie, right?
Warm Bodies,
Warm Bodies.
which I
Yeah,
loved that
that's
as
a
well.
one. That's a lovely film.
He's
Yeah.
a great actor.
Lovely.
He
And
just got
then-
cast as Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie.
Really?
Did he really?
Yeah.
What an interesting, wonderful choice.
And then his co-star
And
is
he's dreamy too.
Aquafina, right? Isn't that the girl in?
No, it's Dasani.
No. The girl in,
No, he's
in
making a
Renfield.
joke.
Isn't she the?
He's
isn't-
making-
Yes.
Yeah.
Aquafina.
He's making a joke. You see, because Aquafina is the type of water.
I'll see myself out. Sorry, guys.
But actually, but he's,
We've got a boomer behind the camera. Clearly. I didn't know my dad was here.
Jacob Givens bringing the thunder.
Anyway. So Renfield.
Yes, and then the next honorable mention. Yes,
That's
nice.
delicious,
Love
Noah.
it.
That would pick up
Slurp it
really
down.
great on the mic.
You got to cool off that water.
Gotta cool off that water.
I don't know why I boil my vodka.
The next one in the honorable mentions, we're gonna stick with like in the horror vein, and it's gonna be a horror comedy called The Blackening.
Yes,
The Blackening.
yes,
I
I've
heard. I didn't
good things
see.
about this one.
How did it make it to honorable mention?
It
Like,
was.
What was it?
It was just very funny. It was the same thing as Renfield.
Yeah.
I was left with a great big giant smile on my face, and I really enjoyed the ride that it took. It's all about a group of black friends that go to a cabin in a predominantly white area, and they find a board game in the board game room called The Blackening.
Okay.
And they start to play it because they're mad about it because
Okay.
it's horribly racist game.
course.
Yes.
And they're there for a Juneteenth celebration.
Right.
And then they all start dying because they're playing this game. And it's like asking them questions about black culture. And if they can't get the answers right, then the person
Then they die.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got to see this movie. I've heard such good things about it.
It is so funny. I showed my mom when I was home earlier this year, and we were just laughing hysterically on the couch. It was so funny, and the ending is so good, and the twists are all great. It was just a really top-notch, hilarious horror comedy.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Love it. Great honorable mention.
So the blackening.
Yes, the blackening.
Okay.
And then the final honorable mention is the features the hardest that I've laughed at anything the entire year.
Okay, but it
Whoa.
just is on the honorable mentions.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's on the honorable mentions because I didn't have time to finish it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. He was laughing so hard, he
still
fell out of his
laughing.
chair.
Well, so it's
Hit the pause button and never came back.
it's a podcast. And I only listen to podcasts when I'm at the laundromat.
Okay.
So
You got to wait for your clothes to be dirty again.
And you haven't washed clothes in months.
I've only made it 5 of the 12 episodes of Strike Force 5.
Strike Force 5. Okay.
It's a podcast that was done over the strike, and it's the talk show hosts of Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Stephen Colbert, and John Oliver.
Oh, wow.
Those guys are funny dudes.
They did a podcast together, and all of the proceeds for it went to the staff of their shows.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was brutal, man. I know a lot of people living in this town who were there were a lot of people who just had to eat it during that strike just because there was nothing going on. And like, you don't think about how many people are making the movie or the show outside of all the stars that people are like, oh, the stars, they're striking for this and that. It's like, yeah, but you've got a bunch of people who aren't striking who just can't get a job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that was very nice of them.
Yeah.
Each one of the guys hosts an episode.
Okay.
Episode 5 is the Jimmy Fallon hosted episode.
Okay.
And it is the most chaotic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard in the laundromat that I cried twice. And people were looking at me as if I was a crazy person.
Really?
Love it.
It's the hardest I've laughed at an hour of content the entire year.
So
Episode
Strike
5.
Force 5, episode 5.
Yes.
Go laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to start doing like comedy series and stuff in a laundromat because when I laugh too hard, I pee.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
you can
I
just
feel like
take them off, throw
I
them right
feel
in.
like if I'm gonna be in a laundromat, then I can feel much safer to pee.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And so
It's
know,
like,
then you're-
everything's
but-
right there.
right.
Just take them
exactly.
off.
Yeah. That's
But then
the
you're going to
plan.
be Donald Ducking it in the laundromat.
Yeah, but
But with an ass like that,
They won't even care about the front being exposed.
Thank you, Noel.
Hey.
Thank you.
don't think I haven't noticed, and then I don't notice every day.
Thank you. Anyway, all right. Well, those were great honorable mentions. Fantastic
Yeah,
choices.
I think that's good. So we're done?
We're done with it. No. We got
What?
the top 10.
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's
been a good.
You're telling me there's more top
There's
quality
more.
content?
There's
More top
10
quality.
more things.
Oh
10
my
more things.
God!
All right.
10 more.
This is incredible.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Number 10. Do we?
Oh, we gotta do
We
the
gotta set
thing.
them up with some like dramatic number 10
Yeah,
voices.
usually every year we do the dramatic.
Ready? So here we go. Ready? Number 10.
So this one's a little
That
weird.
was epic.
You need to make sure that's in there.
Oh yeah, it's in there. It's Prego.
So this is not a one specific thing.
Yeah.
This is Apple TV Plus as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had a good year?
They have a hole.
Yes,
Yes,
they do.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it goes right through.
copy that.
I love it.
Yes, that's a hole where I pour all my money.
Exactly.
yes.
The never-ending hole of money.
And the reason that it's the streaming service itself is because I watch a lot of their half-hour content, and I've discovered a theme between them outside of the after party.
Okay.
Whether it's Shrinking, Ted Lasso, Mythic Quest, Platonic, the Big Door Prize, or Schmigadoon.
Okay.
They are all shows that make you feel okay not feeling okay.
I love that. That's great.
Very
That's
cool.
Really, really great.
So I think that that's an interesting mission statement that Apple seems to have with their half-hour shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we're going to talk about things that are going to help lift you out of a spiral,
Yeah.
I feel like
good
a
place to start.
show or a lot of shows
Yeah.
Yeah.
that give you the ability to feel okay with not feeling okay in the given moment is helpful in that.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. I will say it does feel like Netflix, while they, a lot of these streaming services, they put out so much content, so much, that it almost doesn't feel that curated after a while. It feels like they're just giving us everything. But I think Apple Plus is finely curated. I feel like they really, really work hard at that.
I think that's about right. I mean, Netflix in particular, they do. It does seem like their idea is let's throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall, and then the stuff that sticks we can do for a few years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that keeps us going, and then we'll just keep throwing a lot of spaghetti at the wall because you get random stuff all the time on your feed at Netflix. You're like, oh, what is this?
What is this?
Right?
Yeah.
And that's interesting. You're right, different strategy. Whereas Apple Plus, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because you do I haven't seen all those shows, but I mean definitely Ted Lasso and Mythic Quest and Schmigadoon are all
awesome
just
shows.
Great.
Please check out Shrinking.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford has never been this funny before.
Really? Okay.
I've seen a couple
so
episodes.
good.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
what was the other? There was two others, right?
Big Door Prize.
Okay.
That's Chris O'Dowd.
Okay.
Do you know who?
Yeah. And that's the one about the photo booth thing.
Yes.
That's the mysterious photo booth.
Yeah, that gives you your life's purpose on a card.
Great.
So it starts to throw the whole town off kilter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of I'm supposed to be a tattoo artist.
Wow.
So then the mailman's nope, and then just starts randomly
becoming
being
a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's pretty good.
Look,
So
it's
we're
upward spirally.
Ready
Yeah.
for next up?
Next up, so we're doing.
You want-
now I'll do 9.
You do 9,
Okay.
and I'll make the sounds.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty great. And it's so fitting that you went with a big powerful vocal there.
Power ballad voice.
Because this is a number 9's musical.
You're kidding me.
Yes,
No.
yes,
It's as if I knew.
If you knew.
It's a band called Cobra Man,
Cobra Man. That's a great band name.
and they released a 5-song EP this year called New Paradise 1.
Okay.
And I have not been able to stop listening to it.
Okay.
They were my number 1 artist on Spotify this year.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they have
Great.
They
It's
have,
great.
They have 2 full-length albums as well that they put out in prior years.
Okay.
But I just got exposed to them this year through my buddy Meth Syndicate.
Okay.
And it's incredible.
I'm sorry, did you say that you have a buddy named Meth Syndicate?
He is
Yeah.
a very, very, very popular T-shirt maker on the socials, and I've met the dude, and his shirts are hilarious.
Cool AF.
Yes.
I mean, his real name's Eric, but
Well, don't tell me that.
no, but you know,
yeah. Everybody knows him
like-
as Meth Syndicate.
Yeah, I want to give a plug.
Yeah.
To him.
Hell yeah.
Meth
He's
Syndicate.
great. Yeah, Meth Syndicate.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, Cobra Man, you sent it over to me, and it is really great. It's a great sound. It's a lot of fun. It's very uplifting. It's got that synth sound to it. It is awesome.
It's super
Will I like it?
Yeah, I think you would.
I will?
I think you would
All
absolutely
right.
like it. Yes.
I'm going to put it on.
all of the songs on this EP feel like they could be in various 80s movies.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, that balls.
You'll like it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
And
good. Let's do this.
and a lot of them would fit in montage-y type
Really?
scenes
Yeah?
as well. Yeah.
Oh, so that's great. So
Yeah.
I can I can work out and chop wood and then,
Oh,
run upstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noel's list.
You can-
work out, chop wood.
Run upstairs.
Yeah. You
Decorate someone else's cookies.
you can punch cow carcasses
I'll
in a
punch cow
freezer.
carcasses. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll do some jumping jacks,
Sustainable
jump
cows.
roping.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll sneeze every now and again. Just
Yeah.
got to throw some of those in the middle of the montage.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah. You have to show that you can't quite do the push-ups, and,
Right.
then you have to
And
be
then
able to
I
do
can
the
do the
push-ups.
push-ups.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Right,
that's
yeah.
good. Early on, struggle. At
Training.
the end, I
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
it. So I can't get all the way up the stairs until the end. Then I can
Exactly.
get up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I
First, you
probably-
can't split the wood.
Can I also have? No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right. I
like
should
it-
have terrible axe form.
Yeah, terrible
Yes.
axe form.
Yeah, terrible axe form is playing next Friday.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're opening for Cobra Man.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And then I'd like to also maybe have a thing where I'm talking to children.
Yes.
You know, and I've got a chalkboard and I'm going through calculus and they can't get it.
they don't get it.
Yeah.
But then at the end,
But then they get
they're
it.
up there and they're doing
Yes,
it.
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
doing
You
calculus.
have literally
Uh-huh.
a kindergartner finishing the equation and
If-
you're high-fiving them.
If it's not too much trouble.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love
I'm
it.
in.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm in. So get the name again and the all right.
Cobra Man is
Yes.
the name of the band.
Yeah.
And the EP is called New Paradise 1.
Awesome.
I'm glad that you gave it a listen, Jacob.
I did. It was
Check
very
it
good.
out. That'll be great. I can't wait.
All right, we're on to Number.
So I'll do this.
I'll do the number.
Okay.
Okay.
It's also pretty fitting
Per good, per good.
I don't know it was Cookie Monster, but
we do have cookies.
we do Cody's Christmas cookies. So.
Number 8 is Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm on inside with Coney, and I got to know that this one was coming, and I was so excited because I was like, these dudes loved that movie as much as I did. I knew we all saw Dungeons and Dragons. Great film.
Did we watch it together?
No, I was separate from you guys. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So anyway, but I
Man,
loved
that was
it.
a good movie.
Yeah,
Man.
That was a good movie. Yeah. I just beginning to end. It was just a fun time.
Fun, funny, action-packed, great
Action-packed.
acting.
Felt
Silly,
very
ridiculous.
much like a D&D campaign where you're like,
Absolutely.
wait, what's the plan? It's failing. Crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much chaos, just like in D&D.
Yes.
But such heart.
But also so appealing to anyone that hadn't played Dungeons and Dragons. Because if you remember the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in like the early aughts, late 90s with like Marlon Wayans in it.
Yeah, no,
like
no,
this
good.
this one is vastly superior. Not to bring down another movie to bring one up.
Well,
Sure, but that movie's
but
garbage.
they blew it. Next time on Upward Spiral, we'll give you the top 10 worst films.
Apocalypse Now.
That's right.
Blew
The
it.
non-director's cut.
That's
blows.
right. Blows.
Citizen
great.
Kane. Garbage.
That's great. That
Sled.
Howard the Duck. No, that's a classic.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
Which
But
the
that
Michael
is
Keaton? Michael
Yeah,
Keaton?
Michael Keaton. It's actually
Or the horror
it's a cute
one?
little movie. No,
No,
the
no,
Michael
the Michael
Keaton. I'm
Keaton.
thinking it's
Okay,
the
good,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a sweet film.
Yeah.
But Dungeons and Dragons.
coming back.
Dungeons and
What?
Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and
Super
Dragons.
fantastic.
Yes.
What time is it?
Yeah, great film.
All of the jokes were great. Even the lead ups to the joke, like when Chris Pines is trying to escape from prison, and he wants the one judge to keep showing up.
So funny.
Like the
That
lead up
judge's name
to
is
that is
perfect
so
too.
good.
It's like Jonathan.
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 Yes.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just great jokes. So if you haven't seen Dungeons and Dragons, the latest one, I highly recommend it. It's fun for the whole family. I watched it with my kids.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie across the board. It has everything.
Yes.
This has everything.
Everything. New York Hottest Club is Dungeons and Dragons. All right. Now we're on to number 7. So you're going to take
So it's my turn.
You're going
to
to take
do
the number.
sound.
I'm going to make the sound.
I'll give me the sound and we'll come up with it.
Okay.
They're getting better.
I didn't hear a 7 at all.
Trust me.
It was in there.
Trust me, it's there.
It's there.
It's just
there.
underwater.
Yeah, no, I need to hear it again.
It's a
is the
Slavic
thing.
7.
Can we get that replayed?
Kind of Gollum-esque. Yeah.
We can have Gollum do one.
Yeah.
I'll have Gollum
He's
do, I'll have
coming.
Gollum do 5.
He's for sure.
Gollum will do 5.
Yeah, there we go.
So number 7 is a movie called Polite Society.
Polite
Society. I haven't seen it.
Polite Society.
I
Yes.
remember I watched the trailer for this one, but let the audience know what this one's about.
So Polite Society is about a girl in high school. She's probably 16, and she wants to be a stunt woman when she grows up. And she has an older sister, and then her older sister starts to date this is a British film, but the lead characters are of Indian descent.
Okay.
So they have like a big wedding scenes, and it's just like
With all the color, pomp,
huge,
and
vibrant
circumstance.
colors. It's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
So her older sister starts to date a guy, and she believes that there's nefarious intent in his family.
Okay.
So she's trying to uncover this perhaps mysterious subplot that's going on that could be evil in its nature.
With her
Neat.
stunts. With her
Yes.
stunts.
With her with the power of stunts.
Yeah. Like the fighting shots that you just see in the trailer alone, I was like, oh, I'm in. I can't wait to see this movie.
Stylistically, it's very much like an Edgar Wright movie.
Really?
In terms of its pacing and its comedy and like its quick cuts and like It's super funny and very enjoyable, and it's it was just a really nice story between sisters. It's an hour and a half long, so it doesn't drag
So you
at
don't
any
spend
point.
your whole life in it?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It once it starts, it just keeps moving, and it's just a fun, heartwarming sister movie.
I'm in.
Yeah, and honestly, if I ever see the stunt in a film, in a trailer, anytime it happens, when somebody is kicking in the air and they're completely rotating this way, I'm immediately like, I'm gonna watch it. I don't know what that move is called, but when I see that in
the
the trailer,
Chun-Li.
is it called the Chun-Li?
Chun-Li?
It is, yeah, it's from Street
Thank you.
Fighter.
From
Street Fighter. But it is that move where you're just kind of like spinning through the air like a spiral.
Yes.
And when you do that, I'm like, yeah,
Like,
I don't care
can't-
what
that's
this
not
movie
what
is.
humans do. How do you do that?
How do you do that?
With
It's
Jakey,
amazing.
it's kind of like if there's like subtitles. No. Black and white.
No. But then
Chun-Li spinning.
Chun-Li spin
Yeah,
kick? I'm in. Even if it's black and white with subtitles.
It cancels out
Black
the
and white,
nose.
subtitles slowed down
right.
because that's how Clayton watches the. No, you speed them up.
Yeah. He watches.
Subtitles?
Clayton watches.
No, when Clayton watches his old New York videos, do you speed them up or slow them down?
They are sped up or slowed down. The
Wait,
ones
wait.
from YouTube
when you're
that
having
you
your
watch
moment.
my
from
old
like
stuff?
1920.
Oh, no, that's slowed down to actually look like a normal.
That's right.
Slowed
So
down.
he found a channel on YouTube where the old films, the shutter's too high, so everybody's
Oh,
just kind
yeah.
of like blah, 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 blah. He found somebody who takes them and brings them down to what they should be walking and moving
It's
like.
crazy.
And that's what he spends his evening watching. We can recommend anything. And we're like, Clayton, what'd you watch last night? He's
Clayton's
like,
top 10.
1920 film, slowed down to the regular
the
speed.
Lumiere brothers watching a train into the station in 1893.
It's
We like to have a
wonderful.
top 10 list of where he recommends movies nobody's going to watch.
Yeah. By the way, Clayton also subscribes to the British, what's it called? Where
Oh,
it's
BritBox.
BritBox. And when he told me, he goes, I subscribe to BritBox. I was like, of course you do. Of course you do.
I need to see the 4th episode of Brightchurch.
All British people in this country subscribe to it, and so does Clayton. So,
This is the one
anyway,
guy.
anyway, so that was what number was that we were on with the with?
Seven.
Oh, that was 7.
That was number
So now
seven.
it's your turn
Okay,
to do
okay.
it. Okay.
We're gonna go a little doo-woppy on this one.
Doo-wop?
Okay, ready?
Oh,
Okay. Did you say 666 on a
realized
Christmas?
as it came
This
out,
is the devil's number.
There you go.
I
It's
realized as it
Christmas.
came out of my mouth, I went full Satan.
Yeah. I love that you had his doo-wop to you doing the devil's.
I'm so sorry.
That's how we get it done here.
That's how we get it done.
666. The devil is my friend. 666.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy birthday, baby Jesus.
666. Gonna turn red when I see you, the devil. Touch me in the butt.
There you go. Perfect setup for whatever this next title's going to be.
I mean, it was a thing, but now I want it to be that.
Get a bird in hell for all eternity. 666. Hold my laundry while I pee in my pants. And I dance with some ants out in France going to hell. 666. Loving those t-shirts.
It's perfect. It's perfect. We got to make that movie. Satan gets into the holidays too.
Holy moly.
If you're
Holy.
gonna do 666, it should really be doo-wop.
Should be doo-wop. Yeah. Wow. Yes, here we go. Wow.
So it's another movie. It's a movie called Joyride, not the Paul Walker one.
Right.
Oh, Paul.
May you rest.
Too soon, Cody.
It's only been like 6 or 7 years.
But Joyride.
Joyride.
It's a new movie.
Yes, it came out this summer. It's from the people that did Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh,
it.
I love that movie.
This is a rated R raunchy comedy about 4 women that take a trip to China.
Right.
Okay.
And one of them is had been adopted by an American couple, and she finds out that her biological mom is in China, so it's she gets sort of pressured into trying to find her while she's there.
Okay.
And it is so incredibly funny.
Really?
It's so funny. It has Stephanie Hsu. She was the daughter in Everything Everywhere All at Once last year.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
She's great.
And it also has Ashley Park, who, if you watch season 3 of Only Murders in the Building this year, she was in the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
She was not in all the episodes, but like half of them.
Great.
It is so funny. I can't recommend it enough.
I saw the trailer, and the trailer is great. I watched the Red Band trailer, and I was like, this movie looks like a joyride, 100%. Yeah.
For all of the people out there that are looking for that say like, oh man, the raunchy comedy is dead. Like, this is the one for you.
We've got it.
This is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't hate women, why the hell should you?
Right.
I mean, women
That's
are the,
so weird.
Women are the best.
But like,
wonderful.
this movie's great.
Yeah.
Can't
Okay.
recommend it enough.
So watch it unless you hate women.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
But
in
that's
which
the
case
only
you're not
review
going to
I've
like it
ever
at all.
needed. It's the only review I've ever
Yes,
needed.
and I like to believe that the audience of this show, there's nobody here, nobody that listens to this who doesn't love women.
Yeah, no, that's a requirement. Actually,
It's a
we actually
requirement.
remove
We actually-
listeners
yeah.
who don't like.
When you,
women.
when you click the subscribe, it's
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
form that pops up.
Yeah, it's like,
and it says, "Do you hate women?"
Right,
And the
yeah.
people who tick yes,
Right,
they
then
don't
you're-
get
the
access.
insta block.
You're done.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
done. Cut off.
Insta blocked.
Yeah. And we'll actually ask it a few times in a few different ways.
Yeah,
Like we'll
right.
say,
Very
do you not
crazy
like
clever.
women?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Are you positive that your love for women does not exist?
Right.
Things like that. We ask questions in as many ways as we can because
Yes.
we want to fool. Because we don't want someone to sneak through it. You know.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody cheating on the test.
But I actually don't even want bots that don't like women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You guys suck if you don't like women.
There you go.
And that's just we're sticking with that statement.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just that's it. That's
Whichever
it.
camera it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
all,
actually-
all of them. All the
We're
cameras.
so serious about it when it does the CAPTCHA to test if you're not a robot.
Yeah.
It actually is a picture of a woman, and it's like, put an X over this, and if you go no, you pass.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't select it.
Yes.
You have to
Can't select
select
it.
all the other
Yeah,
boxes.
every other box.
Yes.
But it's a trick question.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
Watch Polite Society and you watch Joyride and you stick it to those He-Man woman haters out there.
That's right.
Although I do like He-Man.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a fun team. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
okay,
like
so
the-
He-Man,
the
but I was
toy.
The old expression. I get it. I follow what you're saying.
it's what you call a callback to a 90s sitcom and Married with Children.
That's right. He-Man.
No, ma'am.
Oh no! Wait a minute. That goes way back. That's my generation, guys.
Yes, you do know that.
Yes, it
That
is.
would be Spanky
You're
in
right.
our gang.
You're right, Dad.
I'm a He-Man woman hater.
Yes, that's your generation. Yeah, no, but in Married with Children, they had No Ma'am, right? National Organization for Men Against Anything
Oh,
Mannery.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Wait a minute.
National
No, ma'am. That's
Organization
right.
of Men
That's right.
Against Anything Mammery.
Yeah. I got my references crossed in my brain.
Yeah.
I love women so much I got them crossed up.
Man, it's hard when you love women so much that you screw up your anti-women stuff. you
I
know?
do, yeah. Because they're not important.
All right, what number are we on now? Are we
We're
on?
about to crack the top 5. There's
Top
no more
five.
movies.
Here
This
it
is the
is.
Gollum
No more
There's
movies.
no more movies after this?
Nope.
Okay.
This is
all
the
right.
Gollum one?
Okay, you want to do Gollum?
This is the Gollum
Okay, I
one.
love it. So I'll get kind of a
It's time for us to have number fives. Here's what's the number fives.
I like the eye contact.
I want to scare you.
the eye contact.
I like to
was
stare
a
deep
lot.
in your eyes and make you think I might be Gollum. Is he
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
lead me into a crazy ass like ravine somewhere, or like into a
hope.
cave? And,
Yeah.
you know,
Let's go. Where's it at?
Yeah, we'll play a little game. We'll see if I can steal your ring. It's going to be awesome.
For the listeners at home.
Good luck for this one, Jakey.
Sean looked at his hands that no longer had any rings on them, and Noel was wearing a ring. And he was shocked at the magic that it just. Watch out, David Blaine. Wow. It's the trick of the day. Trick of the day.
Man, this episode is terrible.
It is so good. It's so
I love
good.
how many
is just
sight
not-
gags we have for radio.
This is just low quality content right now.
No. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. All right, number 5.
Number 5. Smartless on the Road.
I haven't seen it yet. It's sitting. So here's why I haven't seen it. Just so you know, because I got to apologize a little bit. For those of you who listen to the podcast, just set it up first, then I'll tell you my story. I'm so sorry. Tell people what the hell it is.
Tell people what Smartless on the Road is.
So Smartless is one of the most popular podcasts on any platform. It's hosted by Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and Jason Bateman. And then
Who?
I wish I knew who those people were.
I'll email you later, Dad.
Thanks, Sean.
I'll show you pictures after it's done, Sonny.
That's right.
So they host a podcast, and HBO did a 6-part documentary series about them going on the road and traveling with the podcast. And their offstage banter and chemistry and camaraderie is just absolutely hysterical at all points in time. They wake up and then they just start plowing into each other verbally. It's
that's
hilarious.
one of the best parts about the podcast is that, like, the way that I love, they rip on each other the whole time, and you think that Shawn Hayes is getting ripped on more and is behind the 8 ball, and it's not, because he waits, right? It's one of my favorite things about that show. They'll sit there killing each other, and then just in that moment, Shawn Hayes will do the joke of the episode almost every time. Like, he'll come in with one thing and goes boom, and I love that aspect of it, because you've got these two people who just won't stop talking.
Yes.
With Will Arnett and Jason Bateman. They just don't stop. They go at each other the whole time. And then they rip on Shawn the whole time. And then Shawn just waits and he gets his moment. And it's always my favorite moment.
Yeah.
I love that show so much. I love that podcast so much. I haven't seen the show yet because I'm keeping it as a palate cleanser for Barry, the last season of Barry, because I was informed that the last season of Barry has twisted dark, and that you need to sort of have a little bit of something to bring you back.
Yeah.
Now, I loved Barry, by the way.
No, I'm sure it's great, but it's just
not uplifting at all.
Right,
So I didn't put it on the list.
No, exactly. And I haven't seen it yet. We haven't. Just the way that I watch shows is archaic.
He's
and
on
wrong.
a 5-year plan.
I'm on a 5-year plan.
Yeah.
I'm on a 5-year
Well,
plan.
I know that you watch them weekly as opposed to binging them.
Yes, and I have too many on the list because every year I get more on the list. That I have to watch. So which I'm working on. I'm getting. I swear to God, I'm almost done with our year number 1. We did this. I'm almost finished.
Right.
Yes. And so I haven't yet started, but I really want to, because that podcast is brilliant. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to see it.
I had never listened to the podcast until I watched the documentary series about it, and I was like, God, that is just so funny. If any of the episodes are half as funny as this, I'm gonna love that. So I started listening to a couple of those at the laundromat as well, which is why I didn't get all of Strike Force 5 in.
That's right, because Smartless was taking up the time.
Excuses.
Yeah. Right. But I was going to say, so I wanted to chime in. Smartless was the one, when you put this on the list, I was really happy because I watched the whole thing and I belly laughed. I had tears in my eyes on some of the scenes where they're getting at, after it and in these bits and jokes. It was so great to see them. And one of my takeaways from it, which is interesting, you brought it up on the show, you kind of see, at least from my experience, you can see that Jason just never stops. Jason is like always sarcastic and always going after it. And Will bounces back and forth between the two. But Shawn, you can see he doesn't always live in that space.
Yeah.
And he's a sensitive guy.
Yes.
And he kind of like pieces out. And I was like, I feel like Shawn Hayes. I really do. I was watching the show and I was like, never have I related to a human more in a group full of men who joke and tease. Because it was like, he's not built the way that they are, where it's just relentless and you have to live in this like ball busting. And I was like, that is, so for people who love their comedy, you really get to see behind the lines. He's sharp. He always delivers the jokes. But you can see that he's like, guys, sometimes it's okay to be a little gentle with each other and a little considerate about each other's feelings. And you see that in the show more than anything. So
You're the one that actually got me to watch it, because you posted something like that on your Instagram
I said I've never related
stories.
to Shawn Hayes more than that. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let me watch this. And then like the first episode, it starts the runner throughout all of them about Bateman's weird pooping habits.
Yeah, his pooping habits. Yeah.
And it is one of the funniest runners throughout the series
It's just
that
amazing.
could possibly be there.
That's awesome.
So it's a wonderful show. Highly recommend it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big time recommend.
Yeah.
I was another thing that made me cry laughing several times throughout its run of episodes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait.
Awesome. Number 4.
Number 4. This is your turn to do number 4?
Yeah, number 4.
Okay, so
We'll go thematically. What do we go? We go
thematically. Okay, so we'll do a theme song.
Okay, well, theme song. 5. Oh, wait, 4? Come on. 4.
It's a prequel.
Yeah, there you go.
We started at
best
5,
prequel.
and then we went back to 4.
Sorry, I couldn't remember what number we were on.
That was the theme song to 5, and then they brought it back for the prequel.
Yeah.
And hence you had to
It was
do
for the audiences that were in the theater, and they're like, "Is this the sequel to 5?" No, it's a prequel.
Previously on 5.
And Jacob purposely said 5 because that's
purposely-
so people would understand the context.
Yes.
Context.
Number 4 is jury duty.
Man, this was a joy.
Okay, set this one up.
Set this one up.
Interesting. This is such an interesting idea.
Yeah, jury duty. It just like when I was in high school, I was a big fan of the Joe Schmo show.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is exactly what jury duty is.
Right.
It's where they go out to find the nicest person imaginable,
Right.
and then they put him in a situation around everyone that's acting, and then they see how this person will respond to it. This particular one is a fake jury duty with a fake court case, and James Marsden as himself
Yes.
As
is one of the jurors.
the douchiest actor in history. He's so wonderful.
He plays it
So
perfectly.
great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's such a
And
pleasant
the guy
surprise.
they found is
Ronald.
so wonderful.
Ronald. Yeah,
Look, I'm actually not done with it yet. I think I'm like 6 or 7 through, but so far I'm like, these guys so sweet.
The casting process, I can't even imagine the joy they must have felt when they found this guy, because he's 1 in a million. He really is 1 in a million, and I can't not wait for you to see the ending of the show.
I just got a Charlie horse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was it from my slap?
Probably.
So
Do it again, Daddy.
when you get to the end, I'm so excited for you to see it, because he just really, you want to talk about upward spiral. He could literally be the mascot of upward spiral, of just somebody who has faced all these situations and always comes out just in the best possible way. And so I highly recommend.
Doesn't pass on things like with the girl, some of the girlfriend
Just takes-
problems ago. He's like, I don't need to. Like, we don't need to mention that thing. He doesn't. We don't have to hurt him about this right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Or the neighbor. And I don't want to give away too many things, but like the guy that they put in the room next to him.
Oh yeah.
Who's like, let's have a secret knock where if I knock this many times, then you've got to knock back this time. And if you knock that much, then I can come over. But then if I don't knock that much, you can't. He's like, yeah, let's practice.
Yeah.
And he totally is like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't knock, and he's like, knock, knock. And he opens up, he's like, there we are. We did it.
Oh, my
He was like, oh my God, I love you.
Like I feel like I'm a nice enough guy, but if I saw somebody in those like seat crutches that dude
Oh
wore,
my gosh.
I would react to that.
Yeah.
I would have some sort of a reaction.
I know.
He's just like,
just
whoa,
kinda like, hey, cool.
crazy.
Cool, man.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't stop looking at it.
And they try to bust him several times on the show with, like, calling out him looking or whatever. Like, is this something funny? And he's so good at being like, no, not at all. I just think it's great, whatever. And he's just so good at it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is. I recommend for anybody who hasn't seen Jury Duty, that is a must watch for this
James
year.
Marsden's caricature of himself is one of the best. You could watch it just for that.
Yeah.
To see him play the way to play this version of James Marsden is just magic.
And the payoff. You are in
can't
for
wait.
a treat.
Okay.
You are in for an absolute treat. So great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah, good old jury duty.
Good old Jury Duty. Okay, so now we're down to number 3.
Yep.
So let's go with what you're going to be doing. The number.
I'm doing 3. Okay.
What are we feeling?
I think it's Halloween 3.
It's Halloween 3.
Yes.
Okay, it's Halloween 3.
When the night dances in the moon and the wolves howl into the tree, they always howl the number.
That was good. That was so good.
You like
And
it?
Sean is
Sean, are
legitimately
you
afraid.
scared? Oh, Sean, don't be so scared, Sean.
Oh. That's the most memeable fear face I've ever seen in my life. It really is. That's great. Somebody screen grab that. Make that into a GIF, please. I love it. Just his eyes going
Gift
back
me,
and forth.
baby.
Gift me, baby.
One more time.
My loneliness is killing me.
All right.
Put me on the internet, please.
Yes. Please give me.
So
It's good, though.
I created this list. Then I went back and I watched last year.
Yeah.
Same spot, baby.
Same spot.
What we do in the shadows.
Right now, he's
Jackie
wearing a shirt that says Jackie Daytona.
Vote Jackie Daytona.
Vote Jackie. Oh, one of the best, one of the greats, and another amazing season of What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm only 2 episodes into the newest season, but so far, I mean,
That's always gold.
he's the star right now of the show, man.
Yeah.
Like they've realized they've got a gem,
Yes.
and they're just
Matt
backing
Berry.
away at Matt Berry right
Yeah.
now.
So for anybody who's
I really wish you were 4 episodes.
I know.
Because then I could-
know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. So you set up just for anybody who's watching who just doesn't happen to know what We Do in the Shadows is. Basic bullet point.
What We Do in the Shadows is a television show that is based on the movie that was written and directed by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement from What We Do from
Flight of the
Conchords.
Yeah.
And this show is not a reboot of the movie in any way. It is a continuation of the movie. It just has vampires that are in Staten Island as opposed to
Staten Island.
Staten Island. Yeah.
as opposed to New Zealand.
We have control of this block of Staten Island and half of also State Street in the corner.
Oh, you do a good man,
I
Dor.
love that show so much.
Yeah,
good.
it is so funny, and it just keeps getting funnier and funnier and funnier. I have watched the Pride episode, which you haven't gotten to
The
yet.
Pride episode.
It
I
is-
knew that's what you were going to say, because that's the one I actually think I texted you that night.
Yeah,
And I
you
said,
said
I
I had to
cannot
watch it."
wait for you to get to the Pride episode. That's what I need you to see immediately.
I
So-
think 3 more months I'll be there.
3 more months. I cannot wait. By next year, you'll have seen it.
Yeah, I'll be
I
there.
love it.
It is my favorite episode of the show. I've
Yeah.
watched it probably 6 times this year.
It's amazing.
Also the news episode was great.
Yes, absolutely.
It did so many wonderful things this year.
Yeah. It definitely an upward spiral
It's
show.
a magic show.
It is.
It is.
Very
It's
funny.
been a great show since it started, and it keeps getting better. It's a magic show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
choice. Great choice.
And we actually accidentally chose Halloween to go for the vampire show. So
We
I'm just
did.
saying,
Oh
we're,
my God.
No,
That's
crazy.
It's been on point a couple of times here.
we had the rock, the power one, and then we had
Yeah.
the Halloween one. This has been
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm losing my mind
I
on
know,
this,
I'm
man.
kinda- this
It's
is
as if we
insane.
planned this.
Yeah.
So we've done this 4 times now. What We Do in the Shadows has been on 3 times.
Has it really?
Wow.
Well, there you go. Consistency.
There you go.
Love it.
Tells you.
Yeah.
That tells you.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay, so number 2. What are we thinking for number 2? Classical?
Kind of Baroque. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There we go. That was so classy.
Classic.
Borrowed the little pocket bell there. Sorry. Had to
no,
riff on a little
whoa.
canon and D.
Whoa.
And I was like,
You put your
Everything is
Pachelbel
canon in D. Have you ever
Everything's-
seen that stand-up guy?
Yes, I have. That every song is
Yeah.
canon in D. Oh my God, incredible!
I can't remember that guy's name, but
Yeah.
that's like one of the first YouTube videos I remember
Paul
watching.
Pachelbel. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, who else
all
wants
right.
Taco Bell right now? That sounds so good.
Pachelbel.
Oh, sorry.
They would have done. What a different business that would have been if they'd been called Pachelbel. I could really go for some Pachelbel. I love it. I love it. All right.
Nachos and D.
Nachos indeed. All right. What is it?
All right, so What We Do in the Shadows probably would have been number 2, and this would have been a little bit higher or lower down on the list.
Yeah.
But my best friend Adam asked me, what's the most inspirational thing you saw this year?
Okay.
So that's why this is at number 2.
Because it's very inspiring.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a reality competition show on Netflix called Physical 100.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of this yet, but
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
Ronnie, have you seen it?
I think I have.
What?
I think so.
What?
From the gallery.
Yes, I think I have.
There is a 100% chance every time we say to Ronnie, "Did you see that?" The answer is always no.
No.
So I'm actually
This is a moment we caught
I'm
Olympus
actually
on
shocked
here,
and
guys.
amazed.
So what is Physical 100?
Physical 100 is a Korean show that takes 100 people of different physical styles.
Please say they don't kill them one at a time.
No.
No.
This is
No,
not
that's
Squid
Game, yeah.
Not Squid Game.
It sort of is in that vein where they have them do these insane challenges, and
Okay.
if they can't complete it, then they get eliminated, and they're
Okay.
competing for money.
Okay.
And there is 100 people, so it's sort of like a battle royale style where the first challenge is like you have to hold on to this grid structure
Okay.
and just see how long you can do it. And then you fall off into a pit of water. But then, like, as the show progresses, you have to do stuff like the Atlas Challenge, where you have to take this giant effing rock, throw it up on your shoulders, and just like it's a competition with 3 other people to see who holds it there the longest. Wow! It is crazy.
Yeah.
And as it keeps going on, the people just get more and more supportive of the people that are still there because it's so physically intense.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring and like hopeful and just a nice reality competition show. It was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that.
It's got to make poor Clayton feel better about his industry.
I was
going to
say, listen, Shawn, there's no such thing as a nice reality competition show.
This is as nice as you're gonna get. It's like this in the British Bake Off. You know?
I'm into that one because I get BritBox.
Yeah, he gets ripped
Right,
off.
yeah, see-
Full circle. Full circle.
It's basically like that, but with big, strong people doing crazy fits of strength instead of baking.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They should
okay.
do both.
They should do both.
Grannies lifting
Yeah.
dumbbells.
Physical 100 British Bake Off.
Yes.
That sounds great. So it inspired you because you just saw just the endurance of humans just like put up against a task seems impossible and they fight to keep going. And that's what was inspiring?
Yeah, it's also like varying ages too. Like there's this really popular Korean action star who's one of the 100 people. So he has like a fan base within the other competitors. So
Yeah.
they're just like constantly cheering him on and just like it's such an honor to be like even here with you and like yeah, I don't know. It was just like a super
what it would be
nice
like if you ever did a
feel good
show.
competition show. It wasn't like because like I watched the Squid Game Challenge show, and they have legitimate villain people that are on there.
Right.
Really?
You don't have that with Physical 100.
That's awesome.
Right.
It's
So it
it's
actually
it's
is
a
just good
supportive.
people trying
Right.
to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
It's like the secular power
anti-Squid
team.
Game.
It's what?
It's a secular power
It's a
team.
secular power team. Great reference back to my childhood there.
You're welcome there, buddy. Just looking for you.
And another fairly fun show with the Eastbound and Down guy.
Oh, yeah. Danny McBride
Danny
and the
McBride's
Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, Righteous
that
Gemstones.
season 2 had the
Where they had
oh my god,
the parody of the Power Team.
that was so funny.
Yes, Power Team was a real thing that I did witness as a child where men of faith tore phone books. That was a real thing. and they did it in the name of God.
Yeah.
So
they got the power of God.
Got the power of God, and they tear a phone book
And
for
with
you.
God's power, they had incredible musculature.
And 6-year-old me was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to tear a phone book one day." So, and all our young audience is like, "What's a phone book?"
What's a phone book?
I had an English teacher that would tear phone books.
Really?
Really?
Wow. He must have been a former Power Team member.
He might have been.
That'd be
I did
amazing.
go to a Catholic high school.
In a former life, I was a Power Team member. All right. Well, we have reached what I believe is the number one choice of the show, correct? This is
barbershop?
it. This is it. This barbershop. That's a great
Barbershop?
way of doing it. Yes.
Look at this. Just in case you guys got a peek at the list, I still put
Question
question
mark,
marks so
because
that
you
way
didn't
you wouldn't
want
see
us
it.
to know.
Audience at home, he did the hidden. There's no way this could be leaked. I didn't know what it was. Noel doesn't know what it is.
I don't know
Clayton
what
doesn't
it
know what it
is.
is. Ronnie definitely knows what it is. No, I don't know.
I know.
But we're about to find out, and we're going to do the best barbershop quartet number one we can possibly do.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
This is one.
This is one.
This is
one. Damn.
That was great.
That was.
So this is a thing that I wouldn't have been able to do had particular things not happened.
Okay.
Okay.
It comes with a gift for the two of you.
Oh.
As you can see, it is not Christmas wrapping paper.
No, it's much better.
I wrapped
Even
it
better.
in a grocery store ad that I received in the mail
That, my
because
friends, is
it's bio-friendly.
Yes, it is.
So bio-friendly.
And I hope it's not Vaughn's, but John's, the grocery store.
Yeah, it has to be John's.
Yeah, you're like, where are these?
Now the reason I wouldn't have been able to incorporate go ahead.
Go?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I wouldn't have been able to incorporate this before is because it was only a Los Angeles thing. But they have since gone. They have since gone on tour and played dozens of cities. They're going to continue to go on tour. They're going to be playing in San Francisco in January. They're going to be playing in Nashville as well. Middle-aged dad jam band.
Turn it around. Here we go.
We got to meet Weird Al.
This is a framed photograph.
Yeah.
What you're seeing right here, listener, if you're not seeing this, this is a photograph. And I'm going to go from right to left. It is Jacob, Shawn,
No, get up there in the camera.
Weird Al Yankovic,
Yes!
and Noel Carroll. So this was a bucket list moment for all of us. For all of us. To meet the man, the myth, the legend,
It
Weird Al Yankovic.
Was the wildest, this craziest night. Yeah, Shawn. Yeah, Shawn was like, guys,
Got to go to
you,
this
you
thing.
can meet Weird Al.
Yeah.
And I lost my I know I'm not supposed to
No,
swear.
we'll believe it.
but-
We'll believe it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was amazing. So,
and he is, by the way,
just
The nicest.
Weird Alfred Yankovic is
Weird Alfred. Just
He's a dream of a
gentleman
human being.
and a scholar.
My God.
Yeah.
Sat down and he stayed there for hours, just giving people time and having. I had like a freaking 10-minute hangout conversation with Weird Al.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. It was amazing.
This is
It was
incredible.
amazing. And the show was so much fun. They were great energy.
Yeah.
Great energy, great time. And that was the first one. So there was all these, lots of stuff was going wrong, but it was great. They were just rolling with it.
Yeah.
And it almost helped the show because you were just like, this is, I can't believe we're here for this. It was an incredible experience to be there for
really
the first
was.
one. And
It
I'm
really
glad to
was.
see they're blowing up.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the middle-aged dad jam band, just as a further explanation, is led by actors Ken Marino and David Wayne, who's also a director and writer.
Yeah.
But really both of them.
Both of them,
Both
yeah.
Ken Marino and David Wayne are both
Yeah.
actors, directors, and writers.
Absolutely.
You know Ken Marino from stuff like Party Down.
Right.
Da-
Tons of comedies.
Right.
Yeah.
David Wayne, Wet Hot American Summer, Role Models, all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the story behind the band, if I'm not mistaken, is during the lockdown, they just started playing together, right?
Yeah, they started playing together in David's garage.
Right. Right.
And they were all lovely too, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
we got a
Ken
chance
and
to meet
David
Ken
and everyone
Marino
else,
and David
yeah,
Wayne and all
yeah.
the other band members, and it was awesome.
And the band was filled with people that you might not know necessarily their name or what the show was, but you're like, I know that guy or I know
Yeah.
that girl.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It was pretty.
Well,
crazy.
they have amazing guests like each time. Like we saw Weird Al, we saw Joe Lo Truglio,
Yeah.
Jackie Ton. You know, I saw James Marsden at
Yeah, I
one of
was at
them.
that
He
one.
sang
I was-
Little Red Corvette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they do cover songs. It's a cover band.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. It's all stuff from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s mostly.
And what I love is I do have to tip my hat to Shawn because he's really the reason that we got a chance, not only because we were invited to the show, but he very smartly, like the show is ending and we're in this backyard, which is an intimate space, but there's a lot of people that are excited to meet these people, let alone Weird Al Yankovic. So the line
was,
is
let's face it, the
growing
headliner.
and people are really wanting to talk to him, and he's over there. And Shawn Smart, he gets a set list and he realizes, he's like, hey, I could probably get every member of the band's signature on this thing. You know, I could probably get it signed by everybody. So what was so magical is he's getting these autographs from everybody. He's getting a chance to talk to each of them. And as they keep seeing the other band members, which there's like 18 of them.
Yeah, it was a huge band.
They're starting to see that everybody signed it, and they're getting jazzed that this thing is almost complete. And now they're grabbing other members and they're going, you have to sign. Look, everybody signed it. So here we are. We're nearing the end. He's almost got the entire band, and there's Weird Al, and there's other people that are trying to get Weird Al's attention. They're trying to get his time, but he's wrapping up. He's been there for a while. He's gonna go soon. And all of a sudden, somebody that we're with goes, Al, you gotta sign this thing. And he just turns around and we've got him. And it's because Shawn had this thing, turns around, and he just gives us all the time. Just gives us all the time right then and there. And it
was a two-step process. He turns, he signs it, and he goes, "Oh, that's really cool." And I go, "Would you mind taking a picture with me and my two friends?" And then you guys like scooted in, and he goes, "Oh yeah, totally."
And there we go. We got the picture. We get the moment, and then he stays. And then we literally were some of the last people he's talking to because it's shortly after that he bounces. He's like, I can't possibly top Noel. I can't possibly top it. He'd been waiting to meet you this whole time.
We had a great conversation.
And it was.
We did. I've been a fan of Al's since I was sperm.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's my hero.
Yeah.
100%. And we have a similar sense of humor, so it was fun. It was a great conversation. It was fun.
So what I love about this is Shawn and I talk a lot, and he said, "Do you have any guesses what number one was?" And at first I was like, "Well, I hadn't given much thought to it." And I'm sitting there in my brain and I'm going around and I'm trying to think of everything, but for some reason I didn't even think of this being an option. And of course it is. Of course it is. Of course this is number one.
Had they not gone on tour and played dozens of cities this year, and are still going to continue to play more cities next year, I probably wouldn't have been able to put it there because it would have been like an elitist move, you know?
Right.
Oh, this is only a thing that we got to do, so
right. But now they're going.
Oh,
all
screw
over
it.
the
You should have.
place. Yeah. Right. But
like they played Philly, they played New York, they played Chicago,
They toured.
Well, also, we got to give you credit for the fact that we're even there, right? Because you just keep your ear to the ground. You find out about this stuff. It's always amazing. Like the record that you got, Jacob, today. You sir, are the king of having your ear to the ground.
Yeah,
like you just
it really
know when
is.
stuff is happening.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
And we'll get these random texts like, "Hey, incredible opportunity. Let's go." It's like, "Oh, okay, let's go."
Let's go. So that's why he's our Kohne with the Christmas cookies, because he brings the cookies year round, really. You know what I mean? So, So I'd say for our kind of first glimpse of the Upward Spiral set, for
the first hybrid show,
which was a throwback to our Christmas specials, but we kind of did it in a new way.
Yes.
Thank you, Shawn Kohne, our dear friend, for bringing an awesome list. Thank you again for tilting it up to the Upward Spiral. We appreciate it. He watches so much great stuff, and we're always honored that he can come and spend time and bring out his Christmas fashion, and we can enjoy this time. So
Bring out those Christmas cookies, baby.
Just as a safety, I liked Barbie.
you liked Barbie.
It just isn't in the top 10.
It's not going to be in the top
You don't
10.
have to. You don't have to prove that you like women. We know this. We
Yes,
already
we
knew
know.
this from
You made it
before.
very clear
We
that
heard
you
the
like
monologue.
women.
Yeah.
We got it.
No, I just because
it's fine.
because it's the hot movie of the year. So people see a top 10 list. Barbie's not on it.
Right.
You're Knuff.
I like
You're Knuff. Yes. You're Knuff.
Yeah, I think that if the audience didn't quite understand, but part of what we love with the Kohne's Christmas cookies is that you're not gonna get necessarily the things that you expect. You're gonna find something you've probably never heard of.
Yeah.
You're gonna find something that's gonna lift you up and excite you, and that's gonna be enjoyable that you
Not all the
didn't
lists
know
you're talking
existed.
about. Yeah.
And so if you brought up every single top, it's like, we loved Maverick last year because we're Top Gun fans. That didn't make it. Right. Everybody knew what it was.
right. Yeah,
It was everywhere.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, that was the movie of last year. Barbie's the movie of this year.
It's not. That's not what the point of this is. The point of this is we're going to give you nuggets. We're going to give you cookies.
Right.
This is what it is, and they're
why we call
spectacular
it
every
that.
year. And it's not. I love this. Not just movies and series. It's also bands. It's also shows, podcasts. It's everything. I love that it's just content.
Yeah.
Would you call it top quality content?
Top quality.
Bringing you top quality content since 1823.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. That's right.
Well, how do we get out of this? We just say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we already said that. Garbage.
lovely
Yeah.
solstice.
Say,
Solstice. Yeah.
see you next year.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
See you next year,
But
everybody.
are we going to see them in Upward Spiral next week?
No,
But
man.
this is a different
No,
show.
this is a different show. See, actually, well, no. See you never.
See you
'Cause this is
never
the end.
again.
Well,
Because
until we have
This
another
is
guest.
the end.
Destroy the set.
but that's part of Upward Spiral. We're still
Not again.
That's how you get out.
That's it. And those
The Bio-Friendly Podcast.